All right, let's talk about unlocking a whole new way to hear the music you love. We're going to learn how to talk about songs with some real confidence and detail, moving way beyond just saying, yeah, I like it.
You know that feeling, right? A song comes on, it's just incredible. And when someone asks you what's so great about it, you're kind of stuck. You say something like, I don't know, it's just a vibe. It's frustrating when you can't find the right words for a feeling that's so strong.
Well, believe it or not, there is a way to put those feelings into words. It's a skill called music criticism. And don't worry, it's not nearly as intimidating as it sounds. It's basically a tool that anyone, and I mean anyone, can learn to use to connect with music on a much deeper level.
Okay, so let's get into it. The whole point here is to move past simple opinions and start digging into the cool details that actually make a song work. Think of a music critic as a kind of guide. They don't just tell you a song is good or bad, they show you why. They're like a bridge between the artist and the listener, helping everyone understand what's really going on inside the music. So, to explain that why, you first need to know what you're actually listening for. You see, every song is built from a few key ingredients. Once you know what they are, you can start to decode pretty much any piece of music out there. First up, we have melody. This is probably the part you're most familiar with. It's that sequence of notes that gets stuck in your head, yeah, the part you end up humming in the shower. You can think of it as the song's musical storyline. Next up is rhythm. This is literally the heartbeat of the track. It's the pattern of beats that drives the song forward, tells you if it's fast or slow, and, well, it's the thing that makes you want to tap your foot or just get up and dance. Now, while a melody is one note after another, harmony is what happens when different notes are played at the same time. This is what makes a big chorus feel so epic and full, or what gives a sad song that extra emotional layer that just gives you chills. Then we've got something called timbre. It's a bit of a weird word, but it just means the unique character or personality of a sound. It's the reason a bright, sharp trumpet sounds completely different from a deep, warm cello, even if they're playing the exact same note. And this goes for voices too. Think of a smooth, soulful voice versus a raspy rock and roll voice. So here it is. This is your new listening toolkit. We've just covered the first four. Let's really quickly touch on the others. Dynamics are just the changes in volume, how music gets loud and soft to create drama. Lyrics, well, that's the story being told. And texture is all about the layers, how many different sounds are happening all at once. Okay, so having this checklist is one thing, but using it properly, that requires a special kind of focus. And that brings us to the art of active listening. This probably sounds obvious, but really think about it. How often do you listen to music while you're also studying, or gaming, or just scrolling through your phone? Active listening means putting all of that away and just listening. No distractions, it's just you and the sound. So here's how you can practice this. First, good headphones are a game changer. They'll help you hear all the tiny details. Next, give yourself a little challenge. Can you pick out the bass line or that quiet keyboard part in the background? Pay attention to the dynamics. Notice how the chorus just explodes with sound. And most important, listen more than once. The first time, just get a feel for it. On the next listen, start using that checklist to figure out what's going on. So, once you've really listened and you've got some ideas swirling around, the next step is to turn those observations into clear, compelling words. The big secret here is to be specific. Just look at this comparison. Saying the song is cool tells me basically nothing. But the other comment? It uses the words we just learned. It talks about the slow, heavy beat, that's rhythm, and how it contrasts with an energetic voice, that's timbre. It explains why it's cool. See the difference? It's huge. When you're ready to write, just think about it like building blocks. Start with the basics. Who's the artist? What's the song? Then add some color with descriptive words. Is the vibe energetic? Is it gloomy? Try to pinpoint the absolute best moment in the song and explain what makes it so special. And hey, it's totally okay to mention something you think could be better, as long as you're fair about it. The goal is to sound like you know your stuff, but more importantly, to show that you're passionate about the music. Now, with this power to analyze and share your opinion comes a little bit of responsibility. To be a critic that people actually listen to and trust, there are a few core rules you've got to follow. And these are absolutely non-negotiable. Your opinion has to be yours. Be honest, but also be fair. Always focus on the music itself, not the artist's personal life. That's just off limits. And of course, never ever copy someone else's work. Your unique perspective is the whole point. And finally, a critic's opinion can't be bought.
People need to trust that what you're saying is what you actually believe. So guess what? You now have all the tools you need to do this. You don't need to wait for anyone's permission to start thinking, listening, and writing like a critic. Seriously, your journey into listening on a whole new level can start right now. All it takes is just picking one song, grabbing some headphones, and really listening with this new checklist in mind. So, I'll leave you with this question. Pick a track you already love, or maybe find something totally new. Put it on, listen closely, and then try to explain what makes it so special. So, what song are you going to review first?